Well, in general, in the West, we're kind of spiritual materialists. So what happens is we get interested in something new. Like we come from a Christian background and they think, oh, Buddhism sounds nice, or the Advaita Vedanta sounds nice. And then we think, what's the best practice? What's the most, like if we go shopping, we think, well, what's the best mobile phone? You know, what's the most expensive, got the best features? We kind of think in that way. And so what happens is we immediately go to these really profound and difficult topics. And as you said, it's not that helpful. It's not that we have to abandon this kind of investigation. In fact, it's really productive. We need to study the teachings on emptiness, and we need to think about these things, because the process itself of study is something that opens up potential in the mind. But what we shouldn't do is to think that merely on understanding a concept that we're able to practice that. I think that's really difficult. If you're going to investigate the nature of mind, then really the only way to do that is to do it with guidance from a teacher through mind instructions. But that doesn't mean that you can't study. In fact, you should study. There's Chandrakirti's Entering the Middle Way. And I think this is one of the most important texts for people to look at. But looking at that text and studying is something different than your meditation. So we have what we call method and wisdom. This is synonymous with progressive path and the kind of direct path. And we need both. Now, whereas there are some who are able to engage in these profound levels of practice kind of spontaneously because of their previous karma, they're quite rare. So it doesn't really help if we just spend all our time thinking about these really high, conceptual models. We have to kind of apply ourselves to the basics, especially our conduct and in our meditation. But the aspect that's associated with method is our ability to still and control the mind. And this is shamatha. There's two types of meditation. There's shamatha and there's vipassana. So there's this calm abiding or this stillness meditation, and there is insight. Insight is synonymous with wisdom. What we need to do is we need to develop this wisdom. But we don't really understand that. It's completely beyond our ability. So everyone should apply themselves to their kind of stilling meditation. And that takes on all kinds of forms, right? You can sort of like look at a candle, look at a stone. You can have a visual image in your head. You can say mantras. There's all kinds of techniques that we use to bring tranquility to the mind, but also to develop mental acuity. And you should always invest your time in that. But in terms of developing wisdom, then it's taught that the cause for developing wisdom is study. And so I recommend that you do study, study text and words. There's a very good beginner's book called Progressive Stages of Meditating on Emptiness by Khenpo Tsotrim Gyamso. That's a good way, a kind of entry-level book for anybody to study in terms of coming to understand the teachings on emptiness. And as I said, then Nagarjuna is really good. Nagarjuna is very good. And Chandrakirti's Entering the Middle Way is very good. And then through your studies, what will happen is that your mind comes closer and closer to being able to grasp the concept of emptiness. And then hopefully what will happen is, on the foundation of you having stable shamatha, kind of samadhi or shine, this stabilizing meditation, and in your mind having a kind of good conceptual understanding of emptiness, that on the condition of meeting a teacher, then there can be a leap-through moment. And it's not certain what will cause that leap-through moment. So you kind of need to be prepared for it. And the best way to prepare is to, as the Buddha said, avoid all negativity, apply yourself only to virtue, and thoroughly control your mind. And then the other thing to do is to invest your time in study. It's really important in the Buddha Dharma.